Well, guys, welcome back here to TCH, Texas Card House here live in Dallas for another Saturday night final table tournament here. We're starting a little early. Got Jay Palmer in here, back by popular demand, guys. Jay, how you doing?
Oh man, everything's lovely.
You ready to go watch some tournament poker tonight with me?
Can't wait. Let's get started.
All right, here it is, guys. We are at the first hand. Got a couple of regulars here. Mike's in the booth, dishing out the cards. Let's get started. Andrew's got a couple of deuces here. Lizard's going to flop a straight draw there. Jay, what do you think?
Well, you got a good lineup tonight.
Yeah, that does look interesting.
You got Arnie, Andrea, who has made the final table last year at Choctaw on the ladies event. Laura, she's always in the mix.
And don't forget Abraham over here. He is the current chip leader and a very skilled poker player, Jay. Very skilled poker player. It's going to be interesting. Jedi's in the chat already. Good to see him. He was one of the few that stayed up late last week. And we're not going to talk too much about the goof I made last week, but Jedi was in the chat when it happened.
There you go. Andrea takes down the first pot.
Well, there it is.
Sporting her Texas Card House ball cap.
You got to dig that.
Hey, the gift shop's open 24/7.
Yeah. Trying to get some mail orders out if I can. I'm talking to the boss, told me to pay for the postage. Did he do it? I don't know. I'm kidding.
Laura, she just cashed at Choctaw this week already. Drove from Oklahoma right back down here to Dallas in the final table today.
We have a lot of regulars here today. We'll get to the payouts here in a minute. Here's Angela, another nice hand here. This is nicer than the last one she had.
Oh, well, I'm going to tell you something. She's not going to let you see anything for free either. She's aggressive. Her and her sister both. Amanda plays a lot of PLO. They're both very good card players. Of course, Arnie, he makes the final table once or twice a month.
Yeah, well, it's. I was talking to him right before I came. Arnie's been in somewhat of a dry spot, but he's happy to be back. He knew it was just a matter of time. We all knew it would be just a matter of time. Here we go. Poker Monkey pointing out that Abraham did win a circuit main event in Choctaw a few years back.
Well, that's impressive no matter how long ago it was.
Yeah, that's right. Closest I get was watching the final table, but you already know that.
Your time's coming, Mitch.
Yeah, I'm working on it. It's a work in progress, but I am working on it. I think we'll talk to, you know who I need to talk to, the newlyweds. I think if I sat down and talked to Kimmy and Hayden, I think it might speed up the process. Mark over here with a little ace queen. Arnie going to wish he had something a little better to call with to throw away that 10-8. Yeah, Poker Monkey, him and I were talking about this not today, but a couple of days ago, the seniors event. Believe it or not, Jay, I am old enough to play in the seniors event. But it's Monday, and I don't think I'll be able to get away.
I'm going up Monday, but not for the seniors event. I'm going up for the Big O PLO extravaganza at 3 o'clock. And I'm eligible for the super seniors event.
Well, you look better than I do.
My body's a temple, Mitch.
Of course, I do have nicer hair than you, but I'm not. That's about it. Anyway, let's see what we got going on here. Mitchell's in the chat. So we're going to get to the payouts here in a minute.
Abraham's got 10 check offsuit. The board there didn't help no one. I think anybody that bets is going to take this down.
There's a bet. Let's see if you're right. There it is. So we did have a somewhat of a short field today, Jay. There's a WPT event going on in the area, so some of our regulars are there. So we had let's get back to the action here. A little hiccup there, Jay. Was that you? Did you unplug the cord?
Well, the diamonds get there. Nobody has diamonds. Looks like Abraham's got the.
Well, he's got the
He's got the 10.
He's got the 10, but he doesn't like the king or his kicker. And the fact that diamonds did get there, he's going to tread lightly here.
Oh, she is. Yeah, she doesn't play the 1-2 game. She plays high limit games.
So here is getting back to the payouts again. We had 94 entries today. That's somewhat of a short field, but like I said, we have that WPT event going on in the area.
In Choctaw, then you have Biloxi, Mississippi's going on.
Yeah.
Houston's fixing to crack out with a great big tournament.
Yeah.
People have got now where they're mapping out their week and weekends. It used to be where, like here, you were really the only game in town, and the same people were here every week. Well, now some of them are going to different tournaments.
Look at this, Jay. Look at this. Laura's got my 10s. Jack's got aces. Laura raised to 27. Jack's coming over the top here. I'm going to assume it's going to get around to Laura. What do you think? Ryan's got a little something here. Ryan, this is his first. I was talking to him earlier here. Ryan's sitting in seat 5. It's his first final table appearance on Saturday. He's a tournament player. He's played some final tables before, but this is his first time making a final table on Saturday. He's very excited to be here. Was able to get away from that there with the ace queen.
Laura, she's definitely staying in.
This could be trouble. I don't know if the Jack is going to. She's going to check. I'm very curious to see what Jack's going to do.
She has to be a little concerned with a $75,000 re-raise.
Yeah,
pre-flop.
But can she get away here, Jay?
I think so.
I tell you, if it were me, I'd put him on like ace king, and the 2 fours might make it a little easier for me to call here. And she's not going to call one or two things, all in or folds. Very good, Laura.
It's too early in the tournament for her to push all of her chips in with 10s.
Well, she came into the final table about 100,000 below average at chips, but she's definitely was waiting on an opportunity to go all in there, and she didn't go all in pre-flop day with the pocket 10s, which is a good thing. A lot of less experienced players like myself would have.
But you're married to 10s.
Well, yes, but still, with her chip stack, if that was me, I might have been a little anxious to possibly push it all in.
See, Mitch, I think when you make the final table, you're going to want to get all the TV time. I think you'd have folded those 10s also.
Nope, I'm not doing it.
You wouldn't want the guys next week talking about Mitch went out in the first couple of hands.
Well, if I went out with pocket 10s, I'm okay.
I tell you, though, it's when you're on TV and you've got 3, 4, 500 people watching and criticizing your play, you do play a little tighter sometimes.
Look, see, tens come on the flop all the time, Jay. Look.
I know Abraham likes them.
Laura would have liked that flop there. That's what I'm saying, all the time. That's why I like tens. Guys, we do have some other things we wanted to talk about. If you were watching in the preview there, we didn't talk about the Moneymaker tournament coming up here in a couple of days down in Houston, right? You talk about, so if you guys are down in Houston, I'm sure you already know about it. If not, we'll bring it up again here.
He revolutionized the poker world.
And he did a lot, but I'm like last week I was saying the pocket cam. I'm going to say it forever, Jay, because I was watching poker on ESPN when ESPN first came out. They were looking for things to show, and they show some poker, and I want to watch, but I can't see what the guy has.
I was there. I was with you.
I couldn't see, so I would watch for like 15 minutes, and then I'd turn it off. But when I could see the hole cards, that's what did it. Yeah, Moneymaker did it too.
The guy got in on a satellite. He shoves all in with a stone cold bluff and gets the guy to fold.
Yeah.
And it all went up from there. He proved that the most amateur poker player in the world on any given day can win the World Series of Poker.
No doubt.
He gave hope to just like Rocky, Rudy, the underdog. They gave hope.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So there's hope, Mitch.
I'm telling you, I will make the final table someday, Jay. Look at Jack here. After the ace, he's going to have a couple of nines. Yeah, man's playing. Look, he's got the cool look. He's got to be the coolest looking dude at the table, you think?
Well, he's definitely the youngest.
And fashion does matter to the youth.
Yeah, I mean,
you're always a sharp dressed man yourself, Jay. I noticed that.
Oh yeah, I stepped right out of a fashion magazine, and I love to wear hoodies. I just don't like to put the hoodie on top of my head.
Yeah.
But I'm 70 years old, and this kid's got his sunglasses on. Now, if we could see his earbuds or his headphones, he really would be styling. I've got every color hoodie TCH made.
I just bought this one last week. It's coming up on hand number 10 already. Got 109 people watching, Jay. We appreciate you guys. I hope your new year's going off so good. So far, so good, right, Jay?
Oh, I'm going to tell you something. Every day you wake up and you get to go play poker, you're blessed. I mean, think about it.
I do.
I mean, you're driving down the road and a guy's out there digging into the concrete on I-35 or wherever, and you're on your way to sit in a nice poker room and play cards. I mean, life's good.
Life is good. Mark's going to raise here with the king, queen, 2 picture cards. I like it. Smooth looking jack over there. Cool looking jack with his shades, and that's what he's on. He'll throw it away. I got to tell you, Jay, you're one of the first people that I met when I came to Texas. And you asked me right away. You picked up on it right away. I believe the first thing you said to me was, "You're not from around here, are you?" But I got to tell you, I think I'm turning into a Texan. It was 60 degrees out the other day, and I was freezing. I was cold. I was like, what the heck's going on? So it's pretty funny.
Give me the sun, sand, and the water. When it's 100 degrees, I'm in heaven. I'm from Texas, and I love Texas.
Yeah, Texas is
If I wanted to get be in snow, I'd fly to Tahoe and go snow skiing for 2 days, and then I'd get right back to Texas.
Here we go. Laura's going all in with the threes, 121,000. Jack, he's got 363,000 himself. If the young man had about 1 million chips, he'd have made the call there. Mark's going to lay it down. Looks like 2. Laura's going to take it down.
Well, they gave her some respect. Laura is a
much deserved too. By the way.
My gosh! I mean, people see her playing here 6 and 7 days a week. She makes the final table.
Yeah.
She played on the live stream here 3 or 4 weeks ago. The ladies live stream.
Yeah.
1 round of PLO, 1 round of Hold'em.
You were commentating that, as I recall.
I was
right?
here. I was here.
And Laura's been in the booth with me herself.
I'll tell you, Laura is one to be reckoned with.
Definitely a much respected poker player in the room. G5 is agreeing with you, and they're from Ohio. See, it's you know what I'm saying. Bionic, talk about the hoodies with the dots on your headphones. I don't know. That's what the young guys. I don't know about that. They have those things.
Yeah, not in the online store I shop at.
All right, Laura's got 10s again. She's going all in again. Andrea's.
Oh, look what Jack has.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Pocket 7s for Lizard. Oh my goodness!
If Jack moves all in, it might slow Andrea down.
Unreal. Jack's all in. Hold on. Here, hold my seat. I'm going to go out there. I'm all in. Look at this.
I'll tell you.
There's no 10s out. Only 10s are in Laura's hand. You're flopping 10s.
I think Andrea lays this down. 2 all-ins right in front of her. She's got to know somebody else has an ace.
Yeah, that's I
mean, that's a good fold.
Yeah, no doubt.
Now, if it comes Jack, sevens are in.
7s, 10s, and Ace King.
We could be down to 7 after this hand, Mitch.
I'm telling you, it's coming. I know it. It's coming.
And I'll tell you, if Jack doesn't push, I think Andrea, she might not push, but she's sure going to call.
So either a 10 or a Jack is coming. I can feel it. Oh, Laura's getting a stand-up equity here.
Hey, not to take anything away from Lizard, but there's 2 7s left.
Yeah. So Laura at risk here. 10s are good.
Laura's still good.
Looking to duck an Ace, King, or 7. Is that a 5? Looks like a 5. No 3. No, and a queen. There it is. Laura taking it down with the 10s. The stand-up equity. Lizard
and we're down to 9.
I tell you, when I first got here, I got here a little early, and I was watching, and out of all the players that were standing out, Lizard, I was watching him. He was playing real well. I think he came on strong at the end to make it to the finals table. So congratulations there, Lizard. And taking out with the Laura's pocket 10s there. Jay, what's he taking home?
$1,100.
$1,100.
So
365.
Yeah, so $735 profit. And he's going home early. I mean, sun just went down.
There it is. All right, Andrew's got a couple of picture cards here. Right. Got to get out of the way there.
Laura, she's still stacking chips.
Laura back in business. Mitchell here pulling for her, saying wanting to hold the 10s to hold. And of course he says, hit the like button. Hit the like button for Laura and her 10s.
Andrew's going to take this down.
All right. There it is. Looks like you're getting a little love here in the chat. Shout out to Jay from Renee.
Oh man, I'll tell you. I used to play at a private game with Damon, and Laura was the cook. Needless to say,
this Laura here?
No, Laura, Damon's wife.
Oh, well,
that's his wife.
What says Renee?
I meant Renee. Renee
okay.
Laura.
Okay.
I meant, and what a great cook.
Yeah.
Oh, and her husband plays over at the TCH Social every day, or 4 or 5 times a week, and is probably one of the best Hold'em players over there.
All right. Well, they're giving you a little shout out here.
Well,
They're happy to
they're
see
great
you.
people. Great people.
All right, Jack's going to look down at a couple of picture cards suited in hearts. I think he's going to raise it up a little bit. Mark will get out of the way. Arnie's been real quiet, but I don't expect that to last long. You can see Arnie's just itching to play over there. And Jack will take it down.
We haven't seen a lot of action out of seat 5 or 6. They haven't got many cards yet.
Yeah, Ryan, I think he took down a pot early. Seat 6 has been very quiet.
Pots for Mike.
Well, there it is. That's a nice hand. I mean, he's under the gun. He's first to act, so
And he's suited and
Yeah.
folds.
I see. I may have laid that down too. If under the gun, first to act.
That's why y'all are better players than me.
Well, I mean,
I like 10
do,
jack suited.
I do too. In the cash game, I'm not laying it down. I'm going to even call a raise. But if I make the final table, I'm first to act. I might get out of the way.
Mitch, you were going to call all in with pocket 10s while ago with 3 people already in.
Well, pocket tens are my head. But if I lose with pocket tens, I'm okay. The Red Reaper wishing us all a happy Saturday and a good weekend.
I came in tonight here at TCH.
Somebody hit. This is an interesting hand right here.
Wow. 9s are winning, but
but I mean,
Abraham needs Ryan's 10.
And Ryan needs Abraham's jack.
Yeah. Oh. What's good for one's going to really be good for the other.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. This could be interesting. Abraham's going to bet out at it, though. He's going to represent a hand. Ryan looks like he wants to see a turn.
I think he's open-ended now.
Yeah, a 7.
No.
And the river will bring a queen, pairing the
Nines
board
and
here.
queens. 9s and queens are so good.
Ryan's 9 is still good, but
you can't like it too much.
Yeah, I think he's going to check. I think Abraham can get him to go away if he can pull the trigger here again, but he doesn't.
I don't know if you had left last night or not, Mitch, but talking about how great poker is in the Dallas area. When I pulled in here a while ago, the parking lot's packed.
Yeah.
The room's full.
Yeah.
Over at TCH Social yesterday, 26 tables. At 5 o'clock, the general manager, Mike, and a couple of the other floors are dragging out 2 extra tables, and there's still 150 people on the waiting list with 28 tables going on a Friday afternoon.
It's Laura's got an ace queen here. Yeah, poker in Texas is exploding. It's not going anywhere, and TCH is leading the way.
Well, when you have a 300,000 guaranteed tournament and it turns into 600,000, that's got to show you're doing something right. So
650 over
650,000. So both
$650,000.
rooms promoted that and ran it very well.
Yeah.
I'd like to have seen the final table the next day instead of starting at 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning, but Roger, she got a suited king 8. Oh, Laura's ace queen, pocket deuces, another ace queen. This could be good.
All right. Got 4 to the flop.
And the diamonds hit.
Andrew, look at this.
She is sitting in the driver's seat unless...
Well, Laura does have a diamond.
Unless
The ladies could be clashing here.
All in is what I heard.
She said all in.
Sure, she
Wow.
did, and that's a
Wow.
great move.
Yeah, I mean,
She's gonna make Laura think about this.
well, she's letting them all know right now. She's got three other people that were in the hand. She's not messing around. I got the flush. If you have the ace, you want to chase it, it's going to cost you.
That's a great move. That's a great move. Laura's going to lay this down.
You know, and Andrea, she's sitting there. Laura doesn't have to turn over her cards. Andrea, because she's tagging, she knows what she has. That she knows what, and there it is.
I'm wrong.
Laura's going to make the call, and the ladies are going to battle it out.
Well, Laura, what did you think she shoved with? I want to tell you something. It was a great move by Andrea. I mean, I would have bet everything Laura was going to fold. Well, she's already picking up her
Is
set.
this right? I'm looking up at the top here. Out of all the diamonds, there's only 3 still left in Mike's hand. Is that what it's showing us? Well, that can't even be right because it says the king. Andrea has the king, so the king can't. It's not even in play.
Look at this.
Oh, it's only a queen
$1
and a
million
six.
pot right here.
Looking for a diamond. 2 of clubs.
I would have lost. I would have never dreamed Laura makes that shove. Now take a deep breath, Andrea. You're the chip leader.
Well, there it is. The flush, king high flush will hold. Laura will go out
8th place.
8th place. And what's she going to? What's she thinking?
1350. So she's going to make $985 profit. I mean, somewhere around there.
Congratulations, Laura's making the final table again. And 8th place is not quite what she wanted.
Well, it's pretty safe to assume I don't play a lot of Hold'em because I thought that was an easy fold after Andrea ships 600,000 into the pot.
Yeah, I think Laura, she may have known where she was. Well, she was hoping to possibly hit a diamond. I mean,
well, that was her only hope.
Yeah, and double up. She knew another diamond comes. She's got the nuts. She really wanted to double up. Try to make a move there. Jack all in here with the threes with his 202,000 in chips. Andrea, I kind of get the feeling she's going to make the call here.
Oh, I think so. Absolutely. She's on a heater.
Yeah, no one else behind her. She's still stacking chips. She's asking for a count.
175, 185, 202.
There it is. Mike letting her know 202,000.
She's going to have them things stacked so high a show dog can't jump over them. Huh? She's still stacking them.
50, 167 more.
Laura's in the chat here saying she should have folded.
Laura, you played great, but I'll agree. You should have folded.
She was trying to make a move, trying to double up.
Wow. I thought Andrea only had to call another 167,000. I thought she would have snap called that. I'm learning stuff in here tonight, Mitch.
Yeah. Well, we've seen some fireworks early, and I guarantee you, Jay, it's just about. Well, we got players like Arnie at the table. I guarantee you got Abraham here, and Andrea. We're going to see some fireworks, some more fireworks.
Watching here, let Andrea win about another 2 or 3 hands, and the whole table will get up and go out to the gift shop and buy him a new Texas Cardhouse cap.
Jack is he's just got the cool look. Look, he just sitting back. Not with the seat 8 and 7 vacant. It's like him against the rest of the table, and he's about ready to attack. You know, he's a smooth, cool look.
Well, we both hit a queen.
Jack's queen is a little bigger.
Yeah, Mark can't like his kicker too much. unless a
Well,
4 hits.
he's going to make the call because he does have backdoor diamond draws here. He does have a diamond. So let's see one more card. He's very interested in a 4 or another diamond here. That's what he's looking for. Oh, he raised. Mark went ahead and raised. Jack's going to make the call. And a diamond comes, but it's the king of diamonds. Might slow down Jack a little bit. He does have a straight draw. Jack's going to check. Mark's going to lead out here. I don't think the 50,000 is enough to get Jack to go away, but I could be wrong, Jay. I could be wrong.
You know, I'll tell you, I was telling somebody day before yesterday, I was raised in a gambling environment, third generation racehorse trainer from the racetrack. Been there my whole life. If we would have had legal poker rooms in Texas 30, 40, 20 years ago, well, I'd have been in heaven. I mean, these young guys now, they're living the dream. And the girls.
Yeah.
I mean, there's as many women play every day. You see it, do you?
Yeah. You know, and I see more women coming in, and it's good to see. It's good to see. I love seeing it because we have a lot of great players. Who was in here with me last week. A great player. You know, one of the best, one of the top women players in the country. Definitely one of the best players in the state of Texas.
Oh, my gosh.
When look, I said it last week.
If you pull up Hendon Mob and look at her winnings,
yeah, she's a big fan of Hendon Mob.
She's a big fan. Y'all mentioned that several times last week.
She did. She did, yeah.
3 players.
Mark's going to hit the jack here. Mark starting to pick up a little steam. Unfortunately for him, Arnie and Jack didn't hit much of that. Four is no help to either player. But Jack's going to lead out there, see if he can take this down. Mark's going to let him know he's still in the hand right here. Let's see.
Hey,
yeah, Mark's going to let him know, hey, I know Mike
look
is
for
in
a
the
raise
way.
here.
Mike is in the way, but here, yeah.
A min raise.
And Jack throws it away, saying, "I was just kidding."
You know, talking about the women playing, and I don't know their last name. I just know the wife's name is Sharon, but she's probably the most impeccable dressed woman that comes in to TCH Social, and her husband is a big weightlifting looking Atlas guy. She started playing bomb pot this week.
Yeah,
she's played it 3 times this week.
It's funny you say that. On the way out of Las Colinas, they were coming in. I stopped to talk to them, and I said to her, I saw you the other day. I said, normally you're playing, but you were watching, sitting behind. And she goes, I know, but I started playing bomb pots.
And played it well.
Yeah. Yeah, she was very excited. I said, a little too much for me. Mark's heating up here, Jay. Marcus seat 1 is heating up.
I always like to sit in seat 1 or 9.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I feel to you, Jay. I know. Mark here, I know he's got some people back home. I was talking to him a little bit earlier. I think his wife was, she may be watching. He was trying to figure out how to get her set up on YouTube. So, she said she asked if she had to subscribe in order to watch it. He said, Mitch, does she have to? No, she doesn't have to subscribe. What if she'd like to leave a message? Show you some support. So I don't think she's,
If somebody has a 3-year-old grandson, they can send to my house. I need them to set me up where I can get on the chat. Because there's last week with you and Law in here.
Yeah.
It was comical a few times, and I wanted to say a few things, but
it was late. It was late.
I'm not tech savvy enough to figure that damn thing out,
Yeah, I mean, I've mentioned several times I have some trouble myself sometimes, but I figure it out. But
Andre keeps getting these suits.
I do think it's cool that we're able to do this, to watch, live poker and the pocket cam, and well, there's no longer a pocket cam now. They're card readers, stuff like that. But I think it's amazing. And I think it's cool. It's a lot of fun. So Abraham's taking it down. Arnie in C2 and the young man in seat 6 have been extremely quiet. But, they've laddered up. Patience. Patience. Pots for Mike.
He's just not getting many cards.
And smooth looking Jack over here is going to get a couple of queens. And there it is. He's going all in.
The old two-handed shove.
There it is. Usually when I go all in, it's just a one hand, because
Arnie lays down the pocket 4s, which is about the best hand he's seen so far.
And that's the patience there. Ryan. Will lay down the weak ace there.
That was a good lay down there.
Yeah. We got Mike here in the booth in the box tonight. It's been a while. It's been a while since Mike's been here. Always does a fine job.
All the dealers do a great job here. Brittany, Jessica.
You talking about my Brittany or the other Brittany?
I'm talking about blonde-headed supermodel Brittany that deals. Not your daughter, but she has dealt to me twice this week.
Well, my daughter has blonde hair.
I know.
And blue eyes,
Brittany that deals the live stream a lot.
Yeah, I know you talking about.
Byram.
Yeah, she does a great job.
She does a great job.
Yeah. Pause for Mike here. I mean, he's got to be a little frustrated. I mean, when you look down at 6-4 and you think to yourself, well, I'll go ahead and play because it's suited. That's letting you know your card dead.
He doesn't want to see hearts. He hits his card, and of course,
Andrea
hits hers.
So Andrea's going to lead out here.
Andrea can't like her kicker a whole lot.
Yeah, but see, pause for Mike. He could take this. He could even take this down from Andrea, I think, because he sat there awfully quiet and he hasn't done much of anything. So if he comes over the top,
I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean he's not going to. But I'm saying because of her kicker and him not playing much of anything. He was the big blind. I mean, he didn't raise, so he did have a queen. It would be. So awareness says great dealer. I'm assuming they're talking about Mike. I think he does an excellent job.
Very nice. He pretty much stays here and deals in this room, though, mostly. I don't ever see him at TCH Social.
Yeah, I never see him over there. I mean, things are so bad for Mike here. Pots for Mike. He can't even make the call out of the small blind when everybody else folds.
You know who I think would be great at dealing the live stream sometime, Mitch?
Who's that?
My buddy Graham.
Graham, the dealer Graham?
Yes.
Tall guy? I like Graham. He's a good kid.
Oh. Tell you what, in them PLO games and all, he's sharp.
Yeah.
He's very sharp.
Yeah, like Jedi says, guys, if you like the stream, you like to comment, go ahead and subscribe. Always hit the like button. You have Ryan here in seat 5. His first time making the live stream here. So go ahead and hit the like button for him. go.
Yeah, I just got a message from, as I think you called her last week, Miss Texas Poker, Rebecca Thompson. I think you referred to her like that. She just sent me a message, said great players on the final table tonight. Rebecca, she's up at Choctaw right now. She's putting on a little clinic up there,
Yeah.
probably.
If anybody's putting on a clinic, that's Rebecca.
Trust me, she's yeah. When she walks in the room, that blonde hair is not all that turns heads. They know a poker player just walked in.
Yeah. Yeah, Rebecca's not. I mean, and a lot of people play Texas Hold'em. Jack here with a couple of nines. He's going all in. He's got the button.
He's got that two-handed shove.
Mark's got one of his nines, and he's going to throw it into the muck here. Arnie, you could, if you know Arnie like I do, you can see frustration is starting to set in on Arnie over there.
Sure.
Yeah, but getting back to Rebecca, and like I was saying, a lot of people play Texas Hold'em. It's exploded over the last 20 years, and a lot of people play. What you know as well as I do, because you play PLO. PLO, and there's a lot of other poker games other than Texas Hold'em. And Rebecca has her game here. And if you want to go down the list of games that she played, was it Tuesdays and Thursdays she has it?
Sundays and Tuesdays.
Sundays and Tuesdays. And those are the real poker players. Players.
2 events ago at Choctaw, Rebecca won back-to-back PLO ring events. This in a 2-day period.
All right, Ryan here. We'll get back to Rebecca because that's always a cool thing. Well, Ryan here, first appearance here at the final table. Well, Rebecca wasn't that long ago. She was here at the final table. Well,
Yeah.
Ryan's got suited ace king, and he's going to see what he wants to do, how he wants to play this hand.
Raise 40.
He's going to raise it up. Now, right here, pause for Mike. I want to talk to him about a little bit about that. I like the way Mike's playing. He's being very patient.
Started.
Ryan under the gun here raises it up. Mike, who's been card dead, finally looks down at 2 picture cards, best cards he's seen, and he didn't even hesitate to throw them away because of the raise and there's people behind him. He's playing poker. He's laddering up. Patience. And this is what I've been learning, Jake. This is what I've been learning.
And that's why I don't play much Hold'em. I can't muck for 8 or 10 hours without playing a hand.
That is frustrating.
And I've seen them guys like Bart, Susan Caron, some of them better Hold'em players that can sit there and fold all day long waiting.
It's amazing
for the perfect hand to play.
It's the patience, and
I take my hat off to all of them.
And I've been playing some tournament play. Jay, I got to tell you about I got to tell you about the last tournament I played.
50.
I'll say Andrew's got a couple of hearts here. Jay, I played a Thursday night tournament here.
I seen it.
One hand, Jay. I played one hand.
I heard.
I got pocket fives and first to act. The blinds were 1 and 1. I raised to 300. I got one caller, Jay. I got pocket fives. The flop came 5, 10, 10. I flopped a full house. He turned a bigger full house. He had 10, 9. He turned a bigger full house. On a turn, I bet 1,000. He raised it to 7,000. I thought I was good. I'm like, I'm all in. Yeah, he called.
48.
Somebody asked me what came on the river. I said, I don't know. I walked away. Oh, it was brutal.
You know what? I tell you, you know what though? It to me is brutal. And I played in the 600,000 guaranteed last week. 300,000 end up 600.
Yeah.
And I make it to the bubble and went out. Now that to me is disheartening.
Yes.
I played all day long and I played pretty tight and cautious. And I went out with a big pocket pair, pocket jacks, and played all day. So going out on the first hand.
Yeah, no. I flopped a full house, Jay. I also played in the big tournament. I also played in that. I turned a straight, Okay, when I turned to straight, I'm heads up again.
Abraham, ace king.
He turned a pair of fours. I turned to straight and he beat me. He also turned a gut shot. He hit the gut shot for a bigger straight. I had to take a couple of laps around the room with that one, Jay. All right, here we go. Abraham with the ace king, raising it up. Ryan with a couple of sixes. I'm telling you, for his first, Pause for Mike. Patience is paying off here. Finally getting something to play with, and there was no hesitation when the action was on him. He's on it.
Well, I'm not going to slow play or minimum bet pocket aces in no shape, form, or fashion.
I understand.
No way. I'm all in on that hand every day.
Okay, so Abraham makes the call. I knew he would. I was curious what Ryan was going to do, but he made the right move as far as I'm concerned.
Well, yeah, two people all in front of him.
He's going to throw away his sixes. And here we go. Pause for Mike, trying to capitalize on his patience and aces. Abraham looking for a couple of kings or a straight. Jay, we're going to see a flop. And here it comes. Now. Well, there's one king. Abraham still has life here. Dream's not dead yet. Looking for a king. Another king. Ooh. Close. 4. And there it is. Pause for Mike. Doubling up through Abraham.
Yeah.
Patience paying off.
You know, I mentioned to Mike Williams and Nick and Darren. They're all standing up there in the little podium the other day, and I congratulated them on this last series.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And I don't play Hold'em, but when you've got 300, 400, and 500,000 guaranteed, and it only costs 400 to enter, or playing the $65 satellite, I'm going to roll the dice at one of those.
Yeah, you know, people come from all over the country. You know, people who do play, you know, we have people going down to Houston and play the Moneymaker. We have, you know, and with our tournament, that's $650,000 isn't just local money.
No.
You know, that's people from all over the country because we have such a great tournament here. And, you know, it's a 2-day tournament, $400 buy-in, great payday. You know, you have professional tournament players that travel all over the country, and
they can only play the cards that are dealt to them, though.
Yeah, but they were here.
They were here.
They were here. Awareness here says in Canada, don't play much because they made it illegal to play for money outside of the casinos. Unfortunately, they have no casinos in his area. Well, I mean, I'm not the one to promote illegal activity.
I am if it meant not getting to play poker.
But, you know, we played poker at my house, you know, when there was no poker allowed. And, you know, and nobody cares. You know, nobody cares. When a bunch of guys get together, you know, nobody cares. It's, you know.
I can remember back in the day, Mitch, when the little underground games would get busted. It was a slap on the wrist, and 2 hours later, they were shuffling up and dealing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Definitely.
Just like during the Prohibition back in the days, you're not going to keep people from gambling and drinking. You do what you want. I mean, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter what rules, laws you have. People are going to do what they enjoy.
You a bootlegger back in the day, were you, Jay?
I wasn't. I'm old, Mitch. I'm not that old. I didn't share a cell with Al Capone or nothing. No, but I do remember when I was in college, at Tyler Junior College, we used to drive to Longview because there was a Schlitz distributorship there, and you could buy a case of that nasty tasting Schlitz for $7 a case, and we'd bring a couple
Longview,
back to the college.
that's a long drive, Longview.
Not from Tyler's, 35 miles.
Well,
Longview is down I-20 in East Texas.
yeah, near Louisiana, right?
Well, it's 60, 70, 80 miles from Louisiana.
When I lived in Delaware, I hung out with some guys in New Jersey,
We're chipping up.
coloring up chips. All right, well, coloring up chips here. Let's bring in Jay here, guys. Jay, appreciate you coming out. Go to color up the chips there, and guys, happy New Year again. Hope things are going well, Jay. I know I see him all the time. I see him all the time, every day at the poker room.
And I'm glad to be there. I am glad to be there. I was figuring up the other day how much I'm spending a week
And just time.
in $13 an hour time.
Yeah.
And you could buy a small black lion farm in East Texas with what I'm spending a month at TCH.
Look at the tens. Here comes Arnie.
That was an all-in.
Arnie with the tens. I was talking a lot to Arnie before the final table. Andrea's got a couple of picture cards, but she's got some people behind her. She's going to give some thought, Jay, before she does anything. She wants to count. Arnie's got 220. Andrea's going to get out of the way, let someone else tangle with Arnie.
I think he's going to take this down.
And there it is. Tens are good. Just for the record, Jay. Just for the record, we've seen pocket tens 3 times already at this final table, and they were good 2 out of the 3 times.
Yes, they were.
And the one time they weren't, Laura got out of the way.
Trust me, you'll see Laura back here again next Saturday, probably on the final table.
It's very possible. Awareness says they do have a poker lounge at the restaurant, free-to-play tournaments every Monday or so. I mean, here's Andrea again with a nice hand, Ace Jack suited. I mean, if you're going to let them play, let them play. You remember that Bad News Bears movie at the Houston Astrodome? And it came out, the players came out saying, let them play. That's what it should be here. Let them play.
I thought he overpaid me. Thought one of them was a 25K chip.
You got enough rank to charge it.
Jedi here is explaining something about Google email. I'm lost.
Yeah, I'm not only lost, I'm out. I'm going to pay somebody to fix my thing where I can comment next week.
Richard wants to know if I've heard from Ben lately. Richard, I appreciate the inquiry because I do have some news.
Raised to 40.
Ben's a good friend of mine. Him and Angie.
Great people.
Great young couple.
I saw something on Facebook the other day.
Yeah, they did as well. We have a hand here for them, but we will get back to Ben and Angie here. Great young couple.
I hated seeing them leave Texas.
And I wish them all the best. But we'll get to them because I do have an update. Because Richard's not the only one. A lot of people ask about Ben and Angie. And there it is. Looks like Pots for Mike is starting to show a little life. Getting off the life support there. Showing a little activity, a little movement there. Good for him. Glad to see that. Anyway, as you know, Ben and Angie left Texas and moved back to their home state of Wisconsin. And they were doing well, you know, hanging out with family and doing the family thing. And I was expecting, you know, baby stuff, but I haven't heard anything yet. But they have since just recently moved at the end of the year, and now they're living in the Seattle area. So I haven't heard much. Wait for them to settle in, but yeah, they've recently moved.
I didn't realize till Ben moved that he was the Bruce Springsteen of the East Coast. I saw some videos.
Well,
He's a guitar playing son of a gun.
yeah, but he's not from the East Coast. That would be me. I'm from the East Coast.
Anything
He's from the Midwest.
Anything over across the Red River is
enough.
east to me, Mitch.
Fair enough.
Florida is east to me.
Well, Florida is the East Coast, but Wisconsin is the Midwest. That's what they call it, the Midwest.
It's
but
cold in Wisconsin.
It is, but I know you people down here in Texas. You know, I talked to one guy in Marshall, Texas, called me a Yankee one time. I said, no, I'm a Red Sox fan. And he said anything north of Marshall, Texas is a Yankee to him. And well, I didn't argue too much with him.
You don't argue with them guys down there in them East Texas piney woods.
Are you familiar with Marshall, Texas?
Oh, sure I am.
Yeah. That's over there by Longview.
It's exactly by Longview.
Yeah.
It's closer to Louisiana than Longview.
It is, by a little bit, yeah. I was hanging out there, me and a couple of guys from Jersey were helping to take down a wax factory. It's pretty interesting. That was a long time ago. Andrea continuing to get the cards and position. I'm telling you, she is... Uh-oh. Ryan, this could be his star moment here at the final table.
Shove.
There it is, the all-in. And the call. Andrea making a call with a Jack-10. Ryan's tournament life on the line here, but he does have a very nice hand.
Yeah, they're both suited. Both of them are suited.
Yep. Andrea has 2 live cards. Ryan's tournament life on the line. Pot is right. Flop coming. I see an ace there. That looks like, yeah, a diamond and a heart. Open ender for Andrea.
She needs an 8. An 8 or a king.
An 8 or a king. Ryan looking to avoid an 8 or a king, and he does. Ryan, with the ace-king suited of hearts, will double up to Andrea.
She still has a nice chip stack, 848,000.
Guys, I want to remind you guys while we have a chance here. Guys, starting here soon down here in Houston, the Moneymaker Tour. Over $500,000 a guarantee, Jay. Look at that, starting January 10th through the 22nd. It's a new year. Things are looking good. Keeping things going and rolling smoothly, Jay.
Things are great in Texas.
I'm digging it. Yeah, Richard, you see, he knows. He knows. He knows when I got called, when I was at the bar down there in Marshall, Texas, and some guy called me a Yankee. He's a Bostonian. We get offended when someone calls us a Yankee. But, you know, he was kind of big. And, you know, I think his beard weighed more than I did at the time, I think. Oh, my. Look at this. Look at this. Two of our top regular tournament players here going head-to-head, Jay. Aces versus queens. Jack high flop. Aces are still good. But it's not over yet. All right. 7. A queen and only. There it is. Aces and jacks. Mark taking it down.
Abraham
getting it in with the best, well, not with the best hand, but you know what I'm saying. Queens running into aces. Mark's aces there. Abraham, what's he taking home, Jay?
1650.
$1,650 there for Abraham. This is not Abraham's first time at the final table, and no doubt it won't be his last. We'll see him again. Congratulations, Abraham.
Keep throwing them damn kings and aces.
And Ryan going to look down. Ryan's starting to come alive here with a couple of decent hands.
I had kings, and I didn't
It's definitely insulting getting called a Yankee. You know, let me do some research here.
Jack's moved all in with ace 10.
All right. Mark's going to get the hell out of the way with that ace 3. 8-3. Ryan wanting to count here. Now, I mean, I'm not going to fold it right away either. I'm going to give it some thought because there's nobody else behind him. Right now, I'd want to know how much I have in my stack, how much, and that's what he's going to do. He's going to count, see what he has. Yeah, Ryan's going to count it out, see what he has. See if he makes the call and loses, what he'll have behind. He likes the 9-10, but is it good enough to call, Jay? He's got to know he's maybe behind.
He's going to lose half his stack, but he doesn't call.
He's behind, but he has 2 live cards. He's thinking maybe. Just
I think
a little bit
he
too
made the
much.
right decision.
A little too much to call, right?
That was a good decision.
So, Richard, let me see if I do a little research here, because we made it clear as Red Sox fans we hate to call the Yankee. Jay, born and raised in Texas, right?
Yeah, and I don't get offended if somebody calls me a redneck.
No, that's not what I'm going to. What if someone calls you a Yankee?
I'd fight.
See, Jay knows what we're talking about. Jay knows what we're talking about.
Anybody that said hello to me would know when I responded hello that I'm not a Yankee.
He better be from Mexico if he's calling you a Yankee, right? Yes, Richard, I still have the Red Sox keychain and the gloves, but the gloves are the only Patriot. He thought I was a Patriot fan, too. But
who won the World Series this year? Oh, that would have been the Texas Rangers.
The Texas Rangers,
That's
yes. Right. And I was supporting them 100%, by the way, Jay. But you know,
I know. I saw as soon as they won, you went to the gift shop. You were sporting a cap and a T-shirt.
I don't think I do have a Nolan Ryan jersey, but I've had that for a long time since I moved here. I don't think. Do I have a Texas? I do have a Texas Ranger hat, but I bought that before the World Series. Yeah, but Richard gave me a big keychain, Red Sox keychain, and New England Patriot gloves. I do wear the gloves once in a while, but I'm in Texas. You don't have glove wearing weather too much here.
Pray tell, my friend, I just bought a pair of leather riding gloves and driving gloves. It's cold enough for gloves in Texas.
For a Texan, it is. For someone who's from the East Coast, the Northeast, it's. But I'm getting there. 60 degrees. That was cold the other day.
When my feet, ears, and hands get cold, I'm miserable.
Yeah. See, Bill James would tell you when he lived in Houston. Anywhere north of Conroe was a Yankee. See.
I agree with you. Amazing Productions. I just come back from Vegas. I was there for 7 days during the NFR. But when I go out there, unless it's in the summer for the World Series of Poker, I go out there to shoot dice and play blackjack. I do not go out there to play poker unless it's the World Series of Poker.
Yeah.
And then that's what I go for. But you can get all the action you want right here in 2 rooms that are 7 miles apart from each other.
Yeah, I mean, it's, Oh, pause for Mike here. Got to look down at Ace King. And 530. This is not an all-in stack rate here, so he's going to give us some thought of what he wants to do. Jack's going to look down at a couple of threes, and not good enough for him to get involved. Andrea, this young lady's running hot. Even the bad hands she gets aren't too bad.
And all of them have been suited just about.
Yeah, I
mean,
mean,
she's had two ways to go.
And Ryan makes the call with the queen three. Ryan, I guess with the queen three trying to sneak up on somebody.
Well, Andrea's open-ended. Odds for Mike. He's probably going to shove.
Odds for Mike with the top here.
Well, Andrea bet 85,000.
Andrea, Ryan's going to get out of the way. I'm feeling an all-in here from Odds for Mike.
Sure.
And Andrea's not going to like that even a little bit.
Well, she doesn't have hearts. She's on a draw.
Yeah.
Even the pocket eights right now beat her. So I look for Andrea. She's going to fold.
Well, with the all-in, Mike's basically telling her what he's got. He's got ace king, so she knows where she is.
She's still going to have close to 800,000 after this hand.
She knows she's behind, and she knows she can. She's got the turn in the river. She's going to make the call.
How smart do I look?
She's going to make the call. She's got two cards. She knows where she is. She knows she's got he's got probably top. She's not surprised to see the ace king. That's what she was thinking. She knows, Mike's going to do the stand up, but he's ahead.
I mean, I miscalled this hand. I miscalled Laura's move.
Flush draw now to go with a straight draw. And pot for Mike dodges it all, sits back down, doubling up.
But
I mean,
I misread both of their hands, Laura's and Andrea's, and I was right.
Well,
but that's just because I would.
I don't dislike the call there by Andrea.
Oh no,
she knew where she was, and she'd been running hot. Pots for Mike hasn't been very active.
He hasn't. That's the whole thing. He hasn't been very active.
And she doesn't know why. He's been card dead. She thinks he could be just tight.
I mean, we're seeing it. We're seeing cards, and she's not seeing them.
Yeah. So, but she knew there was no surprise there. Even if he had a set, even if he flopped a set, it's the same thing. She's still on a draw and could beat him there. So she went ahead and made the call, and she still had a turn and a river to go, and he was all in. He couldn't do any more damage.
Arnie, he's still cocked back, throwing them cards in the muck.
Yeah, you can see the frustration building there in Arnie, watching everybody else get a decent hand. Even pots for Mike is starting to come alive. Arnie's still card dead, but he's laddering up, so he's showing some patience. Mark's king 10 is good here. And pots for Mike's going to check. Mark wanted to see where he was. Richard says he's admitting it, that he does have a Rangers t-shirt. And you got to. I mean, who's going to give me a hard time? Even my family, if they saw me wearing a Rangers t-shirt, wouldn't give me a hard time. Because I'm down here in Texas now.
You're in Texas now.
And I mean, if I lived in Baltimore, if I wore an Orioles hat or something, they might give me some static because they're in the same division.
I mean, you're still on probation.
Yeah, I know.
You haven't got your passport yet, but you've been screened.
I still have to fill out the paperwork to get a Cowboys hat, right?
And give some blood.
Yeah. What I got to do to get Cowboy boots?
I'll take you shopping.
Okay.
I mean, you're going to buy some. You're going to buy some good ones.
All right.
I sent my casino host in Vegas a pair of full quill square-toed ostriches this year because last year during the NFR, he had a pair of them sharp-pointed toes that looked like one of them refugees swam the Rio Grande to get over here illegal. And I said, that's not that's not going to work here,
Yeah.
dude. So, yeah, I'll take you shopping. We're going to
Okay.
go. We'll buy you some boots, Mitch.
All right. We got Elizabeth McKinney here. We're talking about Vegas. The last few times I went out, and I love Vegas. I love going out to Vegas.
Trying to get it back.
I'm sorry. What's your favorite room to play in Vegas?
Well, I don't go.
Well, you don't play
I don't
poker.
go to
Yeah,
play.
you go to play.
I stay at the Mirage, which
Yeah.
back in the day, Mirage was the main room.
Yeah.
Now their poker room is a high limit slots.
Yeah.
But when I go out there for the World Series, I like the Venetian and Bellagio, and then of course where the tournaments are now at the new Horseshoe, which was
Yeah.
Bally's, and their cash games are huge.
Well, I did go out during the last WSOP. I didn't play in anything. I did play a little bit cash, but Emily and we stayed at the Mirage because we went to the Cirque du Soleil, the Beatles Cirque du Soleil. So it was there, so I said, well, we'll just stay there. Normally I stay at Aria or once in a while playing at Hollywood. It all depends on what's going on. But I like the Aria. All right, Jack here has a gut shot. Two of spades isn't going to help anyone. I think Jack could have taken that down if he had placed a bet.
You know, it's weird because this morning at 4:30 a.m. I'm up drinking coffee in front of the fireplace, looking on my iPad, doing the Facebook thing and all. And I Google the World Series of Poker dates,
Right.
thinking they might already have the schedule up where I could start planning
Right.
my June and July.
Right.
Well, they have the dates, but they don't have what tournaments or what days, I mean,
Right.
that's how excited I'm getting. It's
Yeah.
in June, buddy.
Yeah,
It's just around the corner.
I know.
Starts the end of May.
I'm ready. Let's see what else do we have here in the chat. We got below 50. Richard says below 50 and he's cold.
Amen, Richard.
Awareness minus 20 and he's miserable. Now, Jay, I know we got a hand brewing here. Pots for Mike is starting to come alive. Arnie continues to be card dead.
Oh,
Two diamonds.
Two diamonds.
And an ace.
2 diamonds for Jack.
So pots for Mike hitting the ace. Top and almost top with 2 diamonds for Jack.
40,000.
Jack's calling that.
Yeah.
Well, I might not should say nothing. I've been wrong the last two
Well-
my last 2 calls.
Well, there it is. He's all in. I'm really curious to see what Mike does here. He wants to count.
Mike is going to call.
You think he's going to call?
Oh, trust me.
He makes the call. I'm telling you, he likes the fact that
This
he's
is a
ahead.
race. He's not comfortable right yet.
He was hoping to see an ace jack or an
Anything
ace
except 2
10.
diamonds.
Wasn't happy about the 2 diamonds, especially, and he's going to do the stand up again.
Well, they're both.
Jack standing up too.
Okay. Aces and 4s.
Jack looking for a diamond.
Nope.
And no. And there it is. I like to play, Jack. I like to play.
And we're down to 5.
So there it is, Jack. What's he got there?
2,000.
2,000 straight up.
He can go buy some more shades and another hoodie. And
The guy does have style.
the guy has style.
He's got style.
We'll see him again.
I have no doubt. I like the way he played.
Pretty good.
I think that's it.
So I was trying to say, you being down in Texas, I don't know if you ever seen this. I was up in Canada one time. Jay was minus 40 degrees.
Listen, I was
Minus 40. I stepped on the clutch and it squeaked. That's how cold it was.
Yeah.
It was terrible. I was scared. So yeah, minus 40 degrees.
I dated a little girl for about a month that lived in Minnesota, and I flew up there twice. And the first time I flew up there, when she got me to walk a half a mile out in the middle of a lake to look at a little 4x4 cabin they wanted to go fishing at, I knew our relationship was going to be short term.
Well, did you bring her down and give her a taste of Texas weather?
I did, and she said she was having a heat stroke and wanted to get back up in the cold weather.
All right, Mark here with a couple of picture cards. Arnie with the button. You could look. Arnie, he's handling it very well, but it's getting to him. It's getting to him. He wants to play. Arnie didn't play all day to come here and watch these people. Now he does like to, watch them leave. Yeah.
Arnie ought to get one of them free beers they're serving out there in a Dixie cup. One of those 2-ounce shots.
You mean this here, the complimentary beer?
Yes, the complimentary beer.
There it is.
There it is. I wish they'd bring us a couple in here.
All right, look at this. Did Mark just flop a full house? Look at this. Ryan's got a straight draw. Oh, he has no idea how lucky he is. Ryan has no idea how lucky he is that he didn't hit a 9 or an 8. Excuse me, a 9 or an ace. It says Ryan bet, but that's not what happened. Mark actually bet there in seat 1.
Yeah, that cold weather. I've been snow skiing 5 times in my life, and guess where I went all 5 times? Lake Tahoe.
Lake Tahoe.
Why? Because there's a casino there.
There it is. Yeah, awareness is like when it's minus 40 degrees and you spit, it freezes before it hits the ground. Yeah, that's true. Let's see what we got going on here. We're missing out. I got to bring up some other stuff we got going on. You're not getting me to. Oh.
I don't know how to do this chat stuff, Mitch. I'm sorry. Look at this right here. Arnie.
Look at that.
Someone needs to get Arnie a footstool and a cocktail. He's always smiling, though, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
Arnie, always
the guy's
smiling.
always smiling.
Jedi said he dated a girl once that was minus 40 degrees.
Well, I dated her sister.
Yeah. I know that girl. Julie Shaw. Can I say her name?
You're safe with me.
I hope she's not listening.
You see it on TV.
But, she was a nice girl. Yeah. Ryan, a couple of picture cards here and the button. All the action's folded around behind him, so he's going to come in. Raisin looks like. And try to take this down. We got some other stuff we got to talk about, Jay. And there it is. Ryan's going to take it down. We got some other stuff to talk here. Check this out, Jay. Check this out. We got this new thing coming up, High Hand Blitz, starting in January. Okay, now if you look up the top here, it's Las Colinas versus the Dallas Card House. The 2 card houses are going to be battling out on Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays for the high hand. Now, let's say the high hand starts at noon, and Jay, at 10 after 12, you get aces full of 7s.
Would I be playing Hold'em to get that?
Yes. Oh, you also can play PLO.
Okay.
But you have to hit it on the flop.
Okay.
But let's get, so if you hit aces full of 7s, the high hand is $300. But if somebody in my room hits aces full of jacks, beating your aces full of 7s before the top of the hour, I now get the $300 plus an additional, as you see down there at the bottom, an additional $100. And it keeps, if my high hand gets beat, it keeps getting bumped up. It's a cool thing. I don't know who came up with this idea. Look at this. We walked away for a second. Arnie taking down a second pot.
Well, you were promoting both Texas Card House Rooms' new promotion,
Yes, yes.
which you were told to do.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I mean, you got to.
Well, I
promote
want to
it.
do. I mean,
Like,
this is
sure.
a cool thing.
Exactly.
I don't know. I want to find out who. We got,
I haven't seen Victor in forever.
he was here at the Christmas party. I talked to him for a bit.
I wasn't invited to that, but
Well, you had to be an employee or be invited by an employee. Every employee got a +1. And I brought Emily.
well, there you go.
Mark, going to make the call with a couple of 4s. Arnie, still, that takes patience there. When you have big card debt and you get an ace and you still fold. But there's been a lot of action in front of him.
Andrea jumps in there with King 3 of Hearts.
Flop will come.
Didn't help nobody. Mark is still good.
Yeah, definitely, Richard. Arnie's a great person to have at the table. Always top notch, and a good player. A very good player. This is not his first time at the final table. He's. I might even say he might even be in the top 10 as far as final table appearances.
Pots are right. Ace 4 suited.
Well, that's some serious cold right there, Jedi. I don't know if I know that chick. She had to go in a deep freeze to warm up, Jay. That's cold.
Yeah. Andrea's sitting there kind of looking up into the heavens. Her chip stack has dwindled a little bit. She's not getting any cards like at the beginning of the game.
Well, I got to tell you, I don't think she's getting much sympathy from Arnie over there.
No. No.
Brian's got a gut shot here. Did he just hit it? No, he hit a 6, though.
You know what? I'll tell you what's going to be interesting is at the end of 3 weeks, I'll make you a little wager,
Okay.
Mitch. A pair of cowboy boots.
Okay.
Now, when I say that, I'm talking about good cowboy boots, Mitch. Now, I
Okay.
mean, you know what I'm saying? You're going to have to work several shifts. When the Choctaws event is over with, I'll bet the biggest majority of the money won there will be from TCH
Players.
alumni. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. TCH will put on a little clinic when they cross the Red River going into Durant, Oklahoma.
At the WPT event up there. Is that
That's
what it is?
right.
WPT event.
The PLOs, the Hold'ems. Laura's already cashed.
Oh, okay.
Bart's up there. Eugene's up there. Rebecca's up there. Susan's going next week. I'm going next week. Not that that's anything, but, we go up there 2 or 3 times a series. We stay a couple of days, come home, go back. Bart and some of them, and Rebecca, they stayed the whole 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Law, she'll be back up there after she leaves
Biloxi.
Biloxi. Ben Ross,
All right, here we are down.
Tejas.
Tejas.
He's already made day 2. He told me at the other room a while ago he cashed and bagged, and he's going back tomorrow for an event.
What about Mark, Doc?
Yeah,
Talk about.
gray-haired, long-haired.
Yeah,
one.
get that.
Oh, he'll definitely cash up there.
Arnie with a decent hand. It probably looks like a big, huge beach ball. But there it is.
There's the button.
Let's see if he can get this one through. Ryan's not going to make the call. Looks like Arnie's going to get this one through. Guys want to know who's in the booth? We got Jay Palmer backed by Popular Man, guys. Here he is, backed by Popular. Texas's own Jay Palmer can be found at Las Colinas, well, every day of the week.
Every day of the week. If my car broke down, I only live 7 miles from there.
You're
I
there
could
more-
ride a skateboard.
You're there more than I'm there.
I could ride a skateboard there because I love the room. I love the dealers. I love everything about it.
It's
Action 24/7.
It is a great place.
Sometimes I wake up 3 o'clock in the morning. I look on my poker atlas, see what games are going.
Yep.
And there's always something going.
Always. It was Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve at 9 o'clock, Jay. And I was like, let me see. I'm going to ask you, how many tables did you think we had running on Christmas Eve at 9 o'clock?
I'm going to say 13 or 14.
15. 15 tables we had running, 9 o'clock, and, some people say, well, people should be at home. Well, not everybody celebrates Christmas. There's a lot of people that don't celebrate Christmas, different religions, stuff like that. And, very diverse group of people come out and play poker. Everybody loves play poker. And, had a lot of people here.
And people have been with their families, and they were going to be with them on Christmas Day, so they might have took 3 or 4 hours out just to get out of the house.
Because getting ready for Christmas, for a lot of people, is a very stressful situation, especially, if you have a lot of people you have to take care of. And when you finally get it all said and done, Christmas Eve, everything's ready, you know what? Let me go relax and have a couple hours to myself, A couple of players, the regulars, came in Christmas Eve and handed out envelopes to the dealers. Much appreciated.
Class act.
Yeah. Me and I'll get to it after this hand. Is this Arnie taking down another pot? He's coming alive. Back in Baltimore, my daughter Brittany, she's been in the booth here a few times. Every Christmas, her and I would get every Christmas, her and I would get a gift card and give it to one of the players, in the room. And it was the same guy. Her and I, we had our favorite player. His name was Frederick, and we actually had to flip a coin a couple of years to see who actually gave him the gift card, because we both wanted to give him. And of course, but there was a lot of great players in Baltimore. But Brittany and I would always do that: get a gift card and give it to one of the players, our favorite player of the year, which is kind of cool.
Sure.
Yes, Jay is the PLO guy, the bomb pot PLO guy.
I love the action. Which PLO is getting huge in the Dallas area. There's 5 games, just 2 5 PLOs, plus the 5-10 PLO, plus the 2-2 PLO, going every day over at the social.
I love the 2-2 PLO. That's what I'm playing now.
Two bomb pot tables were going yesterday, Mitch. They were starting a second one when I left TCH Social to come over here.
They got a bomb pot going on right now. I know it must have been hard for you to walk away from the bomb pot table over there.
Well, the game was good.
Well, I appreciate you coming and helping out.
Always a pleasure to be here, Mitch.
Well, here we are at the final table, hand number 59, Jay. 234 people watching. I gotta say thank you. We appreciate that.
Final
6 of spades on the river.
Queen high.
Ryan with the queen high.
Queen high. Good.
All right, guys, we do have 5. Andrew's getting a little love in the chat. Guys, who are you pulling for? We have Mark here in seat 1. Arnie in seat 3 over here. Andrea in seat 4. Ryan there in seat 5. And Potts for Mike in seat 6. So let us know who you guys pulling for as Arnie looks down at Queen 10. And it's a difference. It's a difference. Not who you think is going to win. Who you pulling for?
Well, you know, just to be honest with you, when it first started, I had 2 that I thought would be in the top 3. 2 of them are still here.
Okay. So that's who you thought? Or were you also pulling for them?
Well, you know, you always want to see your friends win.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
The only ones I know at the table right now is Arnie and Andrea.
Yeah.
So, of course, I want to see them win. Not taking anything away from the other 3 players.
Of course.
I just don't know them.
Right. I understand.
Now, if one of them happened to bring us a beer or a cocktail in here in a minute on their break, I could be swayed.
Well, there it is.
Final card.
Jay's officially announced that he's a cheap date.
And I'm thirsty.
And he's not that he's a cheap date, he's thirsty. There it is.
I'm parched.
Well, I don't know. They don't have a break, by the way. Once they get to the final table, they don't have a break. Well, there you go. I agree, Jedi. I like seeing the lady. You know, if I don't have a preference, if I don't know anybody at the table, excuse me, and there's a lady at the table, I always try to pull for ladies. I like to see the ladies do well. You know, because they're usually outnumbered. I always like the underdog. If there's no ladies, then I like to see the short stack do well.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. Them ladies that play over at TCA Social,
Yeah.
you can't give them anything for free because I mean they'll bet right into you. You know they play tough.
They do. They do play tough.
Is everyone doing okay up here?
30.
And you know what they'll all tell you? You can ask all them ladies that we've kind of talked about and all. None of them will go up there and play the ladies event at Choctaw. They'll play the main event, of course, for $2,200 before they'll go up there and play the $250 ladies event. They want to play. They want to play against the best.
That's right.
Not that. Let me back up. No, I'm not saying that ladies tournament will not have the best in it. I'm just saying all the ladies that I know don't enjoy playing the ladies event. They'd rather play the bigger event.
Well, I know you and I talked last week, and I said that when La came in, when she walked into this building, she was the best player in the building. I didn't get any argument from you. So La is definitely a force to be reckoned with.
I'll tell you who else will be up there in full force is Dusty.
Oh, yeah.
And you want to? I just watched her on the replay of the ladies event at the Win.
Yeah, she'll put some pressure on you.
Oh my gosh,
she will make you squirm.
Oh.
She will make you squirm in your seat. And you know, it wasn't that long ago I did deal her a cooler hand, and I tell you, she handled it very well. She reminded me about it the next time I saw her, but she handled it very well. She's a very passionate player, though.
Oh.
And, she loves to win and she loves to play, and you know, it's good to see that kind of passion.
Her partner Julie made the final table of the ladies event. I mean, the senior event at the Win 3 weeks ago.
There you go. All right, pause for Mike here is going to raise it up with Ace Jack. Mark's making a call here, Jay, with pocket fours. Ryan Ace King suited, a lot of action behind him. He's going to take a time here, assess the situation, see what he wants to do.
I'll tell you what I would do.
Yeah, there it is. I kind of figured that's where he was headed, but he wanted to assess the situation.
He thought about it, whereas me, I would have already been standing up.
He wanted to see, who was in the hand. He looked over. You saw him look over at Pause for Mike's stack. Then glanced over at Mark and said, "You know what? Yeah, here it is. Here it is. Come and get it." And that's how I would have handled it right there.
Well, we have a ball cap and 2 hoodies sitting next to each other.
And you have Mark and Arnie, old school players.
Mark and Arnie.
No hat, no sunglasses, no hoodie. Ryan going to have a couple of 7s here right after having the ace, king, spades. He's going to play the heat. Looks like, here it is again, Jay. Pocket 10s coming again.
Raise to 160.
Pots for Mike is going to raise it up here.
The rise.
Ryan's jumped up to 605,000. Wow.
Yeah, I like the fact that he's taking his time here. He really liked the 7s enough to raise. There's not any action. It's heads up now, so he only has to worry about pots for Mike.
Well, he raised 80,000 pre-flop.
He's trying to figure out what he's raising
60,
with.
Excuse me, he raised 60,000.
He's hoping it's an ace king or maybe ace queen. I mean, he'd still be racing. Maybe he's hoping he can outflop him.
I think he's going to fold.
I think he's going to call. Yeah, he's going to call. He wants to see a flop, I think. Now, if he misses the flop and there's a picture card on a flop like a queen, he's going to check. And if pots for Mike bets, he'll fold. That's my prediction. I'm predicting the check. There it is. Mike's going to bet. He'll see how much it is, assess it, and then he'll throw it away. He may not. He may make the call because it's just a queen. There's only one overcard to his 7s. So he's going to think about it, I think. But I think he'll not want to go any further and throw it away. He's got no straight draws, no flush draws. I'm predicting a fold here. He doesn't want to tangle anymore. He's got to put 90,000 chips in the pot. He's thinking he doesn't have a queen. Well, he might have a queen. Whoa. My mistake. Ryan's going all in. I predicted the fold. Instead, we get an all in.
Putting a little pressure on now.
Putting the pressure on pots for Mike and his pocket 10s. Jay, the glasses are off. The glasses are off. This will be for all of Mike's chips. He is ahead. He's thinking, does he have a queen? He's thinking he raised pre-flop. I came over the top. He made the call. Would he make the call with ace queen?
Wow.
He wants to call, but he knows if he does, it's over. I don't want to see it because it's my favorite hand. I don't want to see the fold, but I
There it goes.
Yeah, and there it is. Nicely played there by Ryan.
You know, when we were mentioning who all would be up from Texas up at Choctaw playing, of course, you know, you mentioned people that just come off the top of your head or you just seen them or
Yeah.
something. I just got some messages.
Yeah.
My good buddy Twist, Dale Reynolds. He is a ring. He won the ring event.
He mentioned that to me a little earlier today. He was pointing it out to me.
Chase Bricker, they're up there.
Yeah.
Jason, the mayor, he won a ring event last year. So if I forgot to mention anybody, I definitely apologize. And I just sat beside Twist at the PLO game earlier today.
Well, don't forget the Coils. You know they're going to be up there.
Sure. I'm telling you, Texas is represented well. Ron Andrews, she's raised to 85,000.
Pots for Mike coming off that last hand where he had to lay down the tens. He doesn't want to seem tilty, so he'll go ahead, throw it away, and just move on to the next hand. Guys, we do have some other stuff here. We do have now, Jay. This is our rewards program. We're gonna have a free roll here, guys. You know, this is for the locals here and the tournament players here to play every day. 45 players will be playing at top 25 in loyalty. That's the people who play the tournaments all the time. And then we're going to have the top 20 money earners. And for the 45 players, 20-minute levels, starting stack, $15,000 prize pool, $4,500 guaranteed to first place. Guys, this is going to be January 7th at 2 o'clock. Click in to find your rankings, guys. There it is. It's for the locals here. Who
Mitch,
play.
that's tomorrow.
Is that tomorrow?
January the 7th is tomorrow. Today is the 6th.
Tomorrow's Sunday.
The 7th.
Sunday the 7th. Wow. That's tomorrow.
I just showed you on my calendar.
We got King Queen against King Queen. Mark and Arnie. So, is that going to be? That's not going to be live stream, right? Well, there it is. That's tomorrow, guys. So, if you qualify and you don't, you know, you're not sure. If you qualify and you know you're not sure, or you think you might qualify, click here to find out. You know, click to find out your rankings. It's the 7th, or today's the 6th already. Time flies, Jay. Time flies.
Maybe instead of them cowboy boots, we ought to get you a calendar.
Yeah. All right. Pause for Mike's raising with his ace queen. Oh man, it's the 7th or 6th already. Wow. Time does fly.
Time flies. Won't be long. Baseball season will be starting.
You know, I like that.
WSOP in Vegas will be there.
I love that too. Uh-oh. Jedi talking about a hand here. We're going to get to that in a minute.
Go for 80.
Andrea putting the pressure on Mike. She got a stone cold bluff.
5 deuce offsuit.
She's almost playing the board 5 high. And gets the ace queen to fold.
Well,
Or play.
she's gone from $1 million to 655,000, so she's trying to make something happen. You know, she had a couple of bad beats,
Hiccups, a couple of hiccups.
yeah, and so she's just trying to stack back up.
So Jedi was talking about his last tournament he played was at San Antonio before he moved to Austin.
30.
At first hand, he's second in chips. Chip leader, lady 2 seats to his right, moves all in pre-flop. He looks down at 2 red aces. And pots for Mike is all in. 205,000 in chips. Andrea's not going to play the Bronson. Ryan will throw away his king 3. Maybe. Yes, he will. I got that. I got that.
Well,
one.
you know, if you're calling for that for half your chips,
Yeah.
And you're trying to ladder up to where you're in the top 4.
I felt safe in that one.
Yeah, that was a. Yeah, I think I could have even maybe called that one. Maybe.
She had queens, and I'll give you one guess on what hit the flop and who walked off. Yeah, it happens. I mean, it seems like it happens to me all the time, but it happens to everybody.
Andrea's going to come on in with the 078 of diamonds.
I like it. She's got the button. She's got the chips. I like the 7/8 suited.
And she raised.
On average, I've held almost 32.
If it does get by, there's nothing wrong with taking, 85,000 pre-flop down.
With 7/8 suited, I will do that
And it's a little higher than
all the time.
I like that move a lot better than the 2-5 offsuit. Good job, Andrea.
She took that down too. Guys, just a reminder, don't forget, starting, in a couple of days because it's January 6th already, the Moneymaker Tour is coming to Texas down in Houston, guys.
Wednesday.
What's that?
Wednesday, January the 10th.
There it is. And it's going on through the 22nd. Which day of the week is that, Jay?
Mitch, the 22nd is on a Monday.
Okay. So it goes from January 10th to the 22nd. Moneymaker Tour, come to Houston, guys. They have hotels and stuff down there near the room, don't they?
In Houston? Yeah, Mitch, it's a pretty big size community. Houston has some hotels.
No, I said near the room.
It's just like Dallas. There's one on every corner.
There, well, there you
Yes. You shouldn't have a hard time finding a place to lay your head.
I'm with you.
They say that's a beautiful room down there that TCH has built there in Houston.
Well, word on the street is something's happening in Austin. Mark's going to turn 2 pair here. Andrea hit the 6 herself. Oh, wow. Mark just got counterfeited. Look at that. The 9 will play. Andrea's 9 will play. Wow. Mark turned 2 pair, an ace on the river, counterfeiting Mark's 2 pair. Andrea taking it down with the 9. Wow.
Well, she's back.
That, do they have?
You kind of left yourself open for that, Mitch.
You guys didn't hear me. I said near the room. I know they have hotels in Houston. I said near the room. You guys didn't hear me. Ryan going to look down at a couple of red 3s here. Facing a raise from Andrea, 60,000. And one of his 3s just got thrown into the mud.
Oh, look at Arnie. Our man Arnie. Arnie did the one-hand shove.
That's usually how I do it. The one-handed all in.
I look for Andrea maybe to lay hers down here.
135.
She's got no problem messing with Arnie. She doesn't like the fact that Ryan's got an 810. She made the call?
She made the call.
Wow. You see, she's looking more towards Ryan's direction. Not all that concerned about Arnie's stack. She's wondering what the heck.
Well, her and Ryan right now are within 10,000 of each other as far as big stacks. Well, now she's a little ahead of Ryan.
Well, one of his 3s is in the muck. We know that.
3 players, 1 is all in.
Arnie missed everything.
The
Ryan's threes are still good, but
I'll say one thing about Andrea.
betting
She's
out
won,
here.
she's pulled off 3 big pots without a pair.
Well, you see, Ryan's a little frustrated right there.
Oh my God.
Ryan's a little frustrated, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Arnie's Andrea let out there. Ryan had a pair of threes. Andrea let out and got Ryan to fold. If she just checks there and they check it down, Arnie's out. Arnie's out.
All I can tell you is Andrea outplayed him. You saw what she did with a 5 deuce on the river. She made a big bet. Hey, that's listen. I think that was a great play she made.
All I'm saying, if she checked it down there,
They're down to 4.
Arnie's out.
I see that.
But she bet out, got Ryan to fold.
That's not her style of play.
It kept Arnie in the game.
Hey, I applaud her play for that. You know, I mean, I'm not for sure I could have done it or would have done it, but hey, whenever you get the best hand to fold, you're doing something.
I don't know. If I'm Arnie, I'm thanking her.
Well, sure you are. Huh?
Yeah. Mark taking it down there.
I told you when the live stream started that she was not going one to sit back and let you see anything for free. She's going to press and press and press. Now,
I'm just saying. I mean, the chat is saying that was not a good move.
I understand what they're saying.
Yeah,
but she didn't know what anybody had. I mean, in her defense, right?
Well, we're moving on. She's a small blind. She's got ace 9 of hearts. She's going to raise it up. Arnie's still in the game. She's raising up to 70.
80? Yeah, 80. The blinds are 40.
Ryan with a couple of hearts himself. This could be trouble.
Well, the chat is blowing up. I mean, I see everybody's point. You know,
2 jacks here. Andrew's ace is still good. Well, JD says it's good play.
I think anytime you make a play and you get another guy to fold that's got a better hand than you.
Well, I mean,
you know.
I'm not. I mean, she's at the final table. It's not her first time.
No.
No. I'm struggling to make it past level 7. So what the heck do I know?
And she's a chip leader.
There it is. And she's going to raise it up with pause for Mike all in.
150.
Andrew can't. She got nothing else to do but call.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't cost her much more.
Yeah. So she is happy to see that she is ahead.
It's a race.
She was expecting. She was expecting something different, but there it is. Look at all the spades.
Well, look, open-ended for Mike. He hits his queen.
And a king. Kings and queens. Kings and queens and guillotines. That's a little Aerosmith for you there, Jay. Old Aerosmith. I know that's not your.
No.
You know, I know you listen to both kinds of music, country and western.
Yeah, and most of the ones I listen to, they've been dead for years. So
yeah.
I listen on Pandora. I haven't turned on regular radio since the beginning of 2000.
Yeah. And who says we're stuck in the Stone Age? I haven't listened to it either.
So after Andrew's play a little while ago, they're liable to call her with just about anything right now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, possibly.
Well,
She could get some action. If a queen hits, Andrew flops a king. But if a queen would have hit, it would have got interesting.
All in.
now we have an all. Somebody said, "Oh, was that Ryan who said all in?" Who said? It?
No, Andrea's all in.
Andrea. Oh, Mike, I heard a guy say all in.
Yeah.
So
No, yeah, the dealer.
yeah, the dealer said all in. I'm like, what? Okay.
I didn't.
Kev saying he had to put his radio on today because he forgot his phone. All right, guys, 268. 268, Jay. We had an early start today, and we got 268 paying attention. Guys, look at that 70, hands number 76, Jay.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. It's because you bring a lot to the table, Mitch, every week. You know, your broadcasting skills.
Oh, please.
You always have a different guest host every week.
I do like that. I do like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's and people enjoy poker.
Yeah.
If they're not playing it, they want to watch it.
I'm sure, I'm sure they tune it on and turn the volume down.
Well, whatever.
Because
ask me how many times I've watched Rounders since January the 1st in the 6 days. I've watched it twice already
there
this
you
month.
go. It's a great movie.
Huh?
Great casting. It's his professor though. What's his name? What is the dude's name? The actor who played his professor.
Oh yeah, the Jewish the Jewish professor.
All in. Did he go show? Did he show? Looks like Mike showed there. Yeah, I didn't understand why his part in the movie. It just. I mean, the movie was a great movie. It's just. I really didn't see the need for his professor to play as big a role as he did.
You know, some people tear up when they watch Old Yeller. I'll tear up when I watch Molly's Game and the Rounders. I mean,
Rudy does it for me. I watch Rudy. It's like,
I watched a poker movie the other day. Lucky, I think it was called Lucky something. It had Robert Duvall in it. And it was at the Old World Series when it was downtown at the Horseshoe. And him and his son, Colt Cheevers, make it to the final table, and the son mucks aces to let the dad win a hand, and then
that's collusion.
Well, didn't want to bring that up, but he didn't show his hand.
Lucky you.
Yes, that is it.
That is Cooper coming through.
Yeah, lucky you.
These guys come through all the time. Mike doing an excellent job, near flawless. It probably is flawless. I haven't seen a mistake. Not like the goof I made last week, but we're not going to talk about that.
Oh, Mitch, I'm watching it, and I don't have the chat on there, and I'm wanting to. I'm yelling at the top of my lungs, Mitch. Put your headphones back on and come back in. The game is not over.
Oh, thank God for Cooper.
You can hear Cooper.
It could have been way more embarrassing than it was already.
You can hear Cooper going, come back, Mitch.
Cooper saved the day.
Kind of like Shane.
The thing was, you got to see my face. You just saw Cooper's face in the window. That was classic.
Well, it was 5 a.m. in the morning. I can tell you how exciting my life was. I watched the whole live stream. I'm up at 5 a.m. watching it also. And I played all day that day.
Yeah, I went to work. The next time I went to work, I put a 5 out on a flop. They're like, Mitch, there's a 5 on the flop. Like, you guys are killing me, man. Poker players are funny people. Definitely funny people. All right, Mark's been kind of quiet as of late. He was on a heater there for a while. Arnie, still chugging along. Yes. That Kev wants to know if I told everybody about the Pocket Fives firsthand story. Tell him I did. I did.
Yep.
Uh, he didn't slap my forehead, Jedi, but it was very close, very close. He was coming through the window. It was
Oh, Jake, please.
well, it was 4:30 in the morning, and we were all tired. So, but it was funny. I'm sure if Jedi had my phone number, he'd have been texting me. He saw it. He saw it. Arnie with the Jack 4, throwing it away. Look at the patience. Look at the patience.
85.
He doesn't get it in bad. Andrew's back up to $1 million. She had $1 million, went down to like 530,000. Now she's back to $1 million.
All right, Ryan, all in here, Jay. No.
We froze up.
Well, that's not good. Let's try it again. Cooper, we lost everything. I tried to reload it twice.